Okay, so we're kind of gonna get right into it. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. You have been sent here by someone or something. I don't know if you work with a specific deity. I don't know if it's just your spiritual team, but I'm getting that this message is we're gonna go deep today. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into the weeds because this is a very magical time in your life. This is a very important time in your life. If you are seeing this right now, you have been battling, you've been going through it, I think. So, yeah, let's get really clear on my selenite. It's disappearing. Oh my god, I can't hold things. Maybe things feel like they're slipping out of your hands. It feels like you might be on a different vibe than a lot of readers or a lot of like maybe your normal tarot readers are not really on your level right now. Happens to me sometimes where I end up breaking away and I'm in a different collective for a while, or I'm even just on my own. You might be looking for a very specific or niche answer, or I'm not sure what it is. So let me just take a moment and get grounded and really feel what I'm being asked of. Ladybugs might be significance. Ants, big ants, carpenter ants. Maybe the selenite working with the moon. I work with the moon in the mycelium. That's kind of coming up for me. Deities like Freya or Isis, or even like the Morrigan or Hecate, all deities I've personally worked with. I'm getting Hel. I'm getting someone else is here. I don't know, maybe Loki. There is this sort of dark energy. I don't mean that in a negative way in any way. If you work with this energy, you know what I mean. If you're here, you probably know what I mean. This like justified rage, this movement through force or through passion that is painful, tinged with pain, not exposed, informed by pain, or I think you're fucking fed up. I think you're fucking fed up. I think you're pissed off and you're fucking fed up. And there are deities that want to work with you, and if you are open to that, obviously. But there is this message of thank you, right? Thank you for being fucking pissed off. I saw 333. Maybe repeating threes are important significance to you. Thank you, because you deserve more than whatever the fuck is happening in your life or whatever the fuck is going on in your life. Thank you for showing up in this pain, in this rage, in this anger, in this, it's this grip of self-autonomy that maybe you have not expressed before. It commands attention, at least spiritually, but probably also personally. You're fed up. You're putting your foot down, whether that be changing life, cutting people off, moving away from something, maybe physically moving away from something. You're done. You're done, and you want to be supported in this, and maybe no one in your personal life is supporting you in this. But well done. That is the message I'm getting, is that like this was perhaps a stepping stone to a very important lesson in self-autonomy that you needed to learn, or that you deserved to learn, or that you needed to learn to keep you sane, keep you safe, keep you... Ooh, yeah, okay. bunch of reversals, you're fucking putting your foot down. Whoever is bringing you nonsense, you're saying absolutely not. You're saying no. You're saying we're moving on. We're fucking done with that. I'm not going to be fucked with. I'm not going to be played with. I'm not going to be messed around. I will not be manipulated anymore. I'm not inviting that bullshit into my life. I'm not inviting that trickery into my life. All of these cards that I'm about to show you are in reverse, and I'm losing my voice. So I think that there is this repressed rage. There is this fucking anger, and it is righteous and deserved. And I see a spider crawling across my driveway, so maybe spiders are significant to you. This guy's kind of been hauling ass back and forth, so maybe you feel like you've been jerked around, fucked around, played around, and this was like the final straw. So yes, we have a bunch of shit that you know, in reverse, because things are now changing. I think that you are moving on in a way that is like permanent, right? Normally we see this card, you know, we are walking away, we are drifting away, we're going toward something beautiful and incredible. And I don't think you're necessarily going toward that at the moment, though this is the first step of, you know, that. But like, I think you're fucking walking away from anything that does not sit right with you anymore. We have the Justice card. You feel for once with the full weight of your whole being the deep injustice that has been done to you. And whether this be something that like you're finally waking up to things that have happened to you in the past, or like all of it's kind of compounding in that way, you are like, you're finally at the point where it's like, you're done with the maybe this was because of this reason, or maybe I didn't do this enough. You're done with all of that. You are very much in the energy of no, that was fucking bullshit, and I did not deserve that to happen to me. It doesn't matter. I did not deserve that, and I do not deserve that, and I will not take it anymore. Nine of Cups in reverse. Something or someone has zapped or did zap all the joy, all the happiness, all the future planning you had right out of your fucking life. And, you know, I think that there is a wide berth of a collective here. There are people who are perhaps like waking up to the idea that things that have happened to them, like when they were children or when they were younger or in other relationships, was bad and they didn't deserve that. There are people who have recently experienced a final straw moment of like a one-on-one relationship with a person or a situation where they're like, you know what? No, I've been doing this. I've been fucking around. I mean, I've been fucked around with my whole life. I've been dealing with this shit my whole life. It's a thankless job, that kind of energy. And you're saying absolutely not. And then there are some of you who like are processing things that maybe happened not so recently, but you know, we're coming to the same conclusion that like we're done. We're done and we deserved better. We deserved better and we deserve better forever. Page of Cups. And like, this is what I mean. Like, I think for a lot of you, this was maybe a personal relationship, like a one-on-one individual relationship with someone that really like they came to you with this page energy, right? Like, oh, I'm just an innocent person who's offering you my hand in love, but this was a disguise. Like, this ghost mask they took off, they should have left it on, babe, because they're a ghoul, right? And this is not your fault. And I think at this point, some of you might be in the stage of like waffling between, oh, this is my fault, and let me take a drink because I'm just so very dry suddenly. Like between this is my fault. This is my fault. And no, absolutely not. Get this shit out of my life. Like, there might be some going back and forth until you really finally settle it inside yourself of that, like, that, yes, this is deserved. Like, not what happened to you, but the rage I feel is deserved. It's an appropriate reaction. I just saw a big hawk. So maybe hawks are relevant to you. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. Yes. This is like, I think that this is very much a card of karma as much as it is for a card of you getting a new experience now. The relationships that we have with people that hurt us are not our fault, right? But sometimes meeting those people is a result of patterns that we have been trapped in because of what we were modeled as a child growing up. And it takes a long time to realize that. I think a lot of you are coming to the conclusion that like you're fucking done following those patterns that were modeled to you from caregivers or, you know, influential people growing up. And that like, oh, I've accidentally done this, even though like you don't deserve it, but it's like you don't catch the red flags, or you didn't catch the red flags because they were normal to you. They were not something that was deemed or taught to you to be dangerous, or that would result in this bigger issue that you're seeing now. And so I think that that's a big vibe as well, of being like, I'm done. Like, I'm the cycle breaker. Like, I'm done following the same in the footsteps of my mother, of my father, of whatever it is, like my caregiver growing up. I'm done being in this family system that is so dysfunctional, or repeating things that I didn't realize were so painful. And now you get to move forward. You get to celebrate. Like that is really the group I'm talking to. It is this group of cycle breakers, and this rage, this sacred rage, is a big part of that. It is how we break the cycle. It is through that pain, through that realization. I'm actually starting to feel emotional now, which I don't normally get, but like I get it. Like it is what allows us to move forward and cut off the people we want, and to really stand up for ourselves in ways that we deserved for our whole lives, in the ways that our ancestors before us deserved to stand up for themselves their whole fucking lives. So yeah, it's your turn to move on. And I see this also as like a sort of karmic situation. And I don't mean, I mean karma colloquially more than anything else. But I think that the reason why, you know, there are all of these deities that have made themselves clear, maybe you work with them, maybe you don't, maybe they're reaching out to you, is because a lot of them allow for and facilitate for support during this kind of pain, during this kind of process. But also, if you want retribution magically, if you want to do that, that is your right. And there are deities who are willing to assist you with that if you don't want to just do it with your own magic. That is part of the thing. That's why I say colloquially, because perhaps karma is in your hands this time. And you know, a lot of these relationships might be greatly cosmically karmic as well. I don't deal much in that, but I can see that being the case as well. If you wanted to do more delving into that, it's quite possible. Okay, let's see what else there is. I love this Three of Cups because it's like, this is like people coming in to help you. This is like people coming in to support you. Like people in your life, there are probably some people in your life who like have been kind of staying quiet about things, but like maybe knew something was off. If you've been particularly tight-lipped, maybe, you know, nobody knows that they need to support you. But if you like move forward, cutting someone off or walking away from something, you know, I think you will find that there are people in your life who want to celebrate and joy with you for making those decisions, for taking that step forward, for putting yourself first. And yeah, you'll have this 10 of Pentacles. You will have the stability. You will have the grounded resolution. You will have the joy. But, and I think there's this message too of like, this that you're feeling is not wrong. It is good. It is helpful. And it does not make you a bad person. It does not make you, like, you are allowed to and should feel your rage. There have been studies done on women, to get specifically gendered, that, you know, there is a lot of rage that women experience, that women are taught to keep inside of themselves. And that leads to a lot of chronic illness, a lot of autoimmune disorders, a lot of that kind of stuff. Like, and this is, you know, a lot of these studies are in their infancy, but I think we have a lot of colloquial experience to back that up, and we think we will see even more scientific evidence that that is what happens, that is a result. That is a result. And so, like, be rageful, be your rageful self. Even if it feels scary, even if it feels unknown, allow yourself to process these big fucking emotions. Allow yourself to be angry. Allow yourself to be pissed off. Allow yourself that righteous anger of, I deserve better and I will make something better and I will no longer entertain this bullshit in my life. Howl at that moon, be that werewolf, baby. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Look at this big old moon. Howl at that. Howl at that. I have Howl by oh my god. Who is that? Florence and the Machine. Oh my god. Howl stuck in my head by Florence and the Machine. No, that is a song about, you know, fucking. But, you know, that's the vibe. Not fucking, but the rage. The howling rage. We have Ace of Pumpkins. We have Queen of Wands. We have Ace of Bats. You standing in this fucking passion, in this fucking power, growing a new life for yourself, growing a new garden for yourself, no longer entertaining these assholes and shysters, you know? And look at all this new growth that comes with putting yourself first, putting yourself forward. And yeah, you can have, and will have people to support you, people to celebrate with you. It's a hard process. It's hard to process these feelings, and there's a lot of ups and downs. And I think that you will find that you have support in your life, you have support spiritually, you have support from me, a stranger on the internet, and other strangers on the internet. I'm sure if you wanted to share this story, this message, this experience, that is something that people need to hear and that people will be receptive of and people will support you in. I wish you the best of luck processing all of this. And I think that you are on the right track and that there's real change in the ability to let ourselves realize and feel the pain, grief, rage of all of the things that have been done to us. And you will be able to transmute those things into real, everlasting change that will greatly improve your life, build you a foundation so that you can create new and wonderful relationships that are unlike anything you've ever experienced before. And it's got me tingly. I'm excited for you, even though it's hard. And look at that. You have it in you, though. You've got this. You've got this, and you're supported, and you're loved. And I love you, and I will see you in my next reading, if you vibe. And you've got this. Bye.